Ziyad bin al-Harith as-Sudai learned of their stay, so he came to the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, and said, I have come to you as a deputy of my people, so tell your army to go back and I guarantee of my people. The army were sent away off the canal. In his turn as-Sudai went back, cherished and urged his people to come and meet the Messenger of Allah, PBUH. Eventually 15 of them came and pledged allegiance to him as true Muslims. Returning home, they in their turn, urged the rest to be Muslims. Thus Islam spread among them. Later on, 100 men joined the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, in Hajjat al-Wada, farewell pilgrimage. 5. The arrival of Ka'b bin Zuhair bin Abi Sulma. Ka'b, who was a member of a family of poets, was considered one of the most poetic Arab poets. He used to satirize the Prophet, PBUH, when he wasn't a Muslim. In the 8th year of Al-Hijra and at the time that the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, had already gone back from a Taif invasion, Mujair bin Zuhair wrote a letter to his brother Ka'b warning and advising him. The Messenger of Allah, PBUH, had killed some men in Makkah who used to satirize and harm him, and that the other poets who had survived fled in all directions for their lives. So if you want to save your skin, hasten to the Messenger of Allah, PBUH. He never kills those who resort to him as repentant. If you refuse to do as I tell, it is up to you to try to save your skin by any means. The two brothers corresponded with one another for a long time till Ka'b was awkward and felt as if the earth had constrained on him. Arriving in Medina, he stayed at a man's house from Joanna as a guest. They performed the dawn prayer together, but when he was about to leave, the man suggested that he go to the Messenger of Allah, PBUH. He went there, sat by him, put his hand in his. The Messenger of Allah, PBUH, who had never seen Ka'b before, did not recognize him. Ka'b then said, O Messenger of Allah, Ka'b bin Zuhair has come to you as a repentant Muslim, will he be secure and forgiven if I fetch him? The Messenger of Allah, PBUH, said, Yes. I am Ka'b bin Zuhair, said he. Upon hearing that, one of the helpers rose to his feet and asked the messenger's allowance to cut his throat. Leave him alone, said the Prophet, PBUH, he has become a repentant Muslim after his disposal of the past. Ka'b then recited his well-known poem Su'ad appeared, in which he praised the Prophet, PBUH, thanked him and apologized for the wrongs he had done. He acknowledged Muhammad's mission. Both emigrants and helpers were spoken of in this poem but differently. He praised the emigrants but criticized the helpers, for one of them demanded a prophet's permission to kill him. Later on Ka'b tried to compensate for that by praising the helpers too, but that was in another poem. 6. Udara delegation. This delegation, which consisted of 12 men, had arrived in Medina in Safar, the 9th year of Al-Hijra. They spent 3 days there.